Oh my gosh. You wanted the drama? I got him. I got you. What a mess. Team Ortiz, Vergil Ortiz's manager, seemingly at odds with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy over, you guessed it, the Jaron Boots Ennis fight. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Boxing scene. Team Ortiz, call us. We want the Boots fight. Mind you, I've already made videos about what De La Hoya said, and he said, we're moving on, we're done. But according to Vergil Ortiz's manager, Rick Marinigan, they're not actually done. This is mind-blowing. This is crazy. Boxing Scene reports, link in the description. Vergil Ortiz's manager responded forcefully Tuesday to Golden Boy's Oscar De La Hoya, telling us Monday that we are moving on from the Boots showdown. He says, quote, I have the right to negotiate with anyone. The Golden Boy, they don't have the authorization to say the deal must be 60-40 in Ortiz's favor. 60-40 of what? You can't move on when no one has spoken to us, and we have the right to negotiate. We have the right to do this fight. We want to do this fight. Marinigan said the contract between Golden Boy and Ortiz stipulates the fighter must be present with 3 opponents to choose before the bout is made. He said Philadelphia's recent Jaron Ennis has been the only opponent presented. Worse, the presented offer carried a financial figure that was far lacking, that people thought was pretty low for that particular fight. Quote, we were given one number and we gave a counter, and that was denied in late December. Over the weekend, De La Hoya instituted his own deadline to Jaron Ennis' promoter, 60-40, 5% going to the winner. When Eddie Hearn didn't contact Oscar De La Hoya by Monday late afternoon, De La Hoya said he was moving on. To who? Asked Vergil Ortiz's manager, Marinigan. Moving on to who? He's saying Fundora, he's fighting Keith Thurman, blah, blah, blah. The planned Ortiz fight date, March 28th. Hearn said in a recent interview that they had a framework, blah, blah, blah. Marinigan said he was told of no such deal was ever made. He also insists his counteroffer to Golden Boy was a bargain. If you want Boots to fight Ortiz, call me. We are not moving on. We will negotiate. Vergil Ortiz wants to make the fight, and so do I. Bro. This is horrible. And you wonder why boxing doesn't expand and grow and reach new audiences, because of stuff like this. This is just pathetic. It's like you have in-house fighting. You got the promoter of Vergil Ortiz, and you got the manager of Vergil Ortiz. Like, I would understand it if it was all of Team Ortiz versus all of Team Boots and Eddie Hearn. But you don't even have that conflict. You have an inner conflict where Oscar is like pretty much taking shots. In fact, I will let you listen to what Oscar had to say.
Media for this Boots and Vergil Ortiz fight. It's so stupid as a promoter to pigeonhole your fighter into one opponent. You lose your negotiating power, which ends up being a lot of lost money for your fighter. Also, every time a manager tries to be a hero and negotiate behind the promoter's back, they lose money for the fighter. And at the same time, violate the Muhammad Ali Act. And you know what? I'm going to start sending legal letters enforcing this because I'm fucking tired of it.
So clearly, now we know. I suspected it, and I said that in my video, but now we know that was a shot at Vergil Ortiz's manager, Rick Marinigan. He's like, I'm going to start sending cease and desist or legal letters because people are negotiating behind my back. So, again, this is so messy. De La Hoya saying we're done. We offered 60-40, 5% to the winner, and we didn't hear from Eddie Hearn. It's over. But the manager of Jaron Ennis is like, no, it ain't. We still want to fight. This team need to get it together. Finally, Vergil's manager said, I like and respect Oscar De La Hoya. He's one of the greatest fighters in history, tremendous promoter, but I am being forced into a position to protect my fighter, and I will do that. So Oscar said he's trying to be a hero, and in the end, he's going to cost Vergil Ortiz money, and they're moving on. But then the manager, he's saying we're not moving on. We're not done. We're not done negotiating. So anytime you have this much turmoil, struggle, and strife to make a fight that should be easy, that the fighters are saying, hey, we want, that they're in the ring doing face-offs, saying we want to fight and sign the contract and all that, it shouldn't be this hard. So I will give credit to Team Boots. Everything they said has been congruent with them wanting to fight. The friction is really from the Golden Boy side. For real. Is all coming from that. Now, if you appreciate boxing content like this, make sure you subscribe. Use my link me to get to all my sites. Notice at the beginning, I didn't have a long bloated intro. I got right to the content. I'm showing you the receipts. A lot of people, they want to do what I do. They never show you the receipts. I'm letting you hear both sides. I'm explaining. I'm, of course, giving my opinion. Not a bunch of filler, not a bunch of intro, not a bunch of clickbait. If you respect that, make sure you subscribe. Another receipt is this. So Rick Marinigan is like, we want the fight and we're still trying to make the fight. Send us the contract and da-da-da-da. He's even putting on his story a bunch of stuff, right? Where it says, we are not moving on. We never participated in this negotiation and it's our contractual right to, but we will now. So he says he's fighting and saying we're not moving on. And DAZN, try to at least talk to the people that have the contractual right. So this is just bad business. Contractual right, that is usually how it works to get done. I'm easy to reach, call us. So the manager's fighting, saying, I'm looking out for Vergil Ortiz, and they're trying to cut me out the deal, and it's our contractual right to be involved with the negotiations, right? So when someone tells the truth in boxing, is that rare. So he's taking shots, almost done a deal. That don't have nothing to do with it. So I think that's it on his stories. So Rick Marinigan, the manager of Vergil Ortiz, and Oscar, right? Going back and forth about the Boots fight. One person on Vergil's team is saying it's done dilly. The other is not. Now, to make it worse for Rick Marinigan, the manager who's like saying, hey, we're not moving on, Eddie Hearn said he don't want to talk to Vergil Ortiz's manager. Roll the clip.
What is Rick Meridian's position in this? Because there's been a lot of...
No, we don't have any conversations with Rick Meridian. We only deal with Golden Boy on this fight. We're not interested in talking to Ortiz's manager. I think Oscar was talking about something else, but we just want to deal with Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, and we want to do it in a friendly and cordial fashion. And I will be going back to them this week with my ideas to try and make the fight. I have to speak to my client because we agreed, and everybody in that room knows what was agreed.
So huge L for Vergil Ortiz and team. Eddie Hearn just told you. He was like, I don't know what's up with Rick Marinigan. I don't have any interest in talking to him. I don't want to talk to Vergil Ortiz's manager, Marinigan. And he was like, the only people we want to talk about to try to make this fight from that side is Golden Boy's Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez, who is the president of Golden Boy. So none of this is looking good, especially when you have this type of disarray from the team of Ortiz. So we'll see how it all plays out. I'm so over it. I'm just giving you guys the news. If you dig it and you want more boxing news, subscribe.